Hello and welcome to another episode of Live Feed with your host, Richard Santiago. Remembering 9/11, guys. That's what we're going to talk about today. And I'm not afraid to say this is our second attempt at this show. I guess everybody must be clogging up the Instagram waves there. So, peace at the ocean. Thank you for joining the show. And our first show got uh, I guess just dropped. So we're going to try and attempt and have another show. Let's see if we can get Pico in here and SK and the gang in here. Tully. Let's see. Tully. Let's grab Tully real quick, and I'll let you know that live feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, who reminds you to check out the song Run, Here Comes the Bully on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, and iTunes Music. Okay, guys? If you have the iTunes Music or the Amazon or Spotify, put in your playlist, guys, all right? If you have iTunes, please make the purchase. 100% of the proceeds goes to the bullyexposed.com, guys, so you're not going to lose out. So let me just tell you real quick. I asked a few people today, where were they at 9/11, during 9/11, and they told me, we just had Trini on. She's a model from Canada. She told me that she was in Trinidad at the time when it all went down, and she couldn't believe what she saw when she saw it on TV. Um, SK said, hopefully he'll come on and he can tell you himself, but SK said he was 6 years old, I believe, at the time of 9/11. Okay, as for me, I was working for an advertising agency, and a friend of mine came in and said, "Hey, you better check with your family back home, make sure everybody's okay." I said, "Well, his plane hit the one of the towers." And I really honestly thought he was joking or that he was misinformed. And maybe, a plane almost came close to hitting, or probably took out a window or something. And I was very busy that day, I remember. So I didn't take a break until late. And then finally, saw it on the news and was like, wow, shocking. A friend of mine worked at the towers at the time. They just came out of the subway, looked up, and boom, saw smoke, tower, just saw something that she thought she would never see, and called up her job, and they said, no, don't come in. And she just got right back on the train and head back home the other way. I had another friend who was just finishing work. He worked at the Twin Towers, okay? Just finishing up work. This is really a sad story. And he had a few more things he had to do, and his partner came to him and said, don't worry, go home to your wife. I'll finish everything up. You just go home. And unfortunately, the friend passed away. Um, during that whole situation, and that's really sad because you know it, you think to yourself, you have to think to yourself, well, sh- I shouldn't be alive because I should have been there with him, helping him out, and instead he tells me go home, he's going to handle everything, and then that happens. So it's really, 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 really shocking. And I had a lot of friends that lost. But there are people, I do want to bring this part up, that there are people that think and that feel that 9/11 somehow, some way, the government has a way into it. I'm not saying I believe that. I'm just saying this, that there's always some truth when things like that occur. You know, not all the time, but some of the time. You know, if someone says the boss is a bully, and he's always able to hide the fact that he's a bully, right? Um, and he's always seems to hide it, always seems to hide it, but then eventually it comes out the truth that the guy is a bully, the boss is a bully. So I just want to bring that. I just want to bring that. I'm not saying I believe it. I'm not saying that I don't believe it's true. I'm just saying that there's always some kind of truth to those kind of situations when people say things like that. And, you know, God help the souls of any Americans that knew about this beforehand and did not speak up. That's all I have to say. But, you know, the other thing that I do want to say is what I said yesterday. It is so true. We should never forget 9/11. But there's a lot of tragic events in American history as well that we should not forget, that are just as important as 9/11. I want everyone to remember that because I get very tired, I should say, when I see people say, you know, or George Floyd, or someone else who was killed at the hands of police officers or at the hands of racism. So there was a bunch of people, tons of people. You know, if a black man was accused of something, his trial was in the court of public opinion. It was never in a courtroom. Even though back then the courtrooms were heavily tainted with corruption. So, but he's a person should still have their day in court, and all too many people, all too many times, people have been killed unjustly by the hands of people that just thought he was guilty because of the color of their skin. And those are things we can never forget either. So, yes, don't forget 9/11. And don't forget the millions of people who were killed unjustly because of racism. I think those are two things that are very important. So, I want to thank SK for bringing this up yesterday. He said you should do a 9/11 tribute. And it's true. It was a good idea. Thank you, guys, for all your support. Again, like I said, we have our song Run. Here comes the bully that I personally have found on iTunes Music, Spotify, Amazon, okay, and on Instagram as well. If you're the type of person that likes to put music in with your stories, please use our song. Get the song out there so hopefully we're able to gain donations from it and be able to help more and more parents and kids with bullying. So that's going to do it for me on this day of mourning for everyone throughout the world, because I'm sure somebody knows. I think everybody in the world, we can say, knows someone who tragically lost their life that day on 9/11. So, you know, let's think about that. So I want to remind you that Live Feed is brought to you by Traveling Tech Teacher for all your digital resources. Check out travelingtechteacher.com. Also brought to you by thebullyexposed.com, who reminds you to check out the nonfiction filmmaker at YouTube. That's their channel. And don't forget to listen to our song Run. Here comes the bully. All right, let us know what you think. Give us some pointers. We're not musicians, but we just wanted to do something different. So remember, anyone can wear the crown. Anyone can be a hero. Be kind to one another and be kind to yourself. And have a great day. Bye.